Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're diving deep into the fascinating world of American numismatics, where history, rarity, and extraordinary value come together in the form of metal masterpieces. In this special episode, we're exploring the 6 most valuable and expensive ultra-rare United States coins ever produced, coins that are not just currency, but legendary artifacts that have shaped the collecting world and stunned the auction stage with record-breaking prices. Among the most valuable and historically significant American coins connected to the presidency of John Adams is the 1797, 1801 draped bust gold eagle, particularly the 1797 small eagle and heraldic eagle varieties struck at the United States Mint in Philadelphia. Although no circulating coin from 1797 to 1801 bore Adams's portrait, early American coinage avoided depicting living or recently serving presidents. The gold eagles minted during his administration represent the highest denomination of the young republic and stand as powerful monetary artifacts of his presidency. These coins are highly sought after today not because they depict Adams, but because they were produced during his term in office, a formative era in American political and economic history. Advanced collectors prize them as tangible relics of the Federalist period, and in top grades they command 6-figure prices, placing them among the elite rarities of early U.S. numismatics. The historical context surrounding these eagles is deeply intertwined with the early development of the American financial system. Authorized under the Coinage Act of 1792, the $10 gold eagle was intended to establish a stable national currency at a time when the young republic sought to assert economic independence. During Adams's presidency from 1797 to 1801, the United States faced diplomatic tensions such as the Quasi-War with France and intense domestic political division between Federalists and Democratic Republicans. Coin production during this era was limited and technically challenging, as the mint was still refining its processes and securing reliable supplies of precious metal. The gold eagles struck in these years reflect both the ambition and fragility of the early republic, making them far more than monetary instruments. They are symbols of national identity forged in a turbulent time. In terms of unique features, the draped bust eagle is admired for its classical elegance and early American artistry. The obverse, designed by Robert Scott, features liberty with flowing hair draped in fabric, surrounded by stars representing the states of the Union, while the reverse exists in 2 major types during Adams's era. The small eagle reverse, used briefly in 1797, and the heraldic eagle reverse introduced later that same year. The small eagle design presents a slender eagle perched within a wreath, whereas the heraldic eagle is more robust, inspired by the Great Seal of the United States, with a shield on its breast, arrows and olive branch in its talons, and a constellation of stars above. Struck in approximately 91.67% gold, 22 karat, each coin weighs about 16.96 grams and measures roughly 33 millimeters in diameter. In high-grade condition, the rich luster of early American gold combined with the hand-engraved dies gives these pieces exceptional visual depth and individuality. Rarity plays a central role in the desirability of these coins. Mintage figures for the 1797 and subsequent dates during Adams's presidency were extremely low by modern standards, often only a few thousand pieces per year, and survival rates are dramatically smaller. Many were melted over time due to fluctuating gold values or later recoined under subsequent monetary reforms. Specific varieties, such as the 1797 small eagle with 15 or 16 stars, are particularly scarce, reflecting the addition of new states to the Union and the mint's uncertainty about how to represent them. Condition is paramount. Most surviving examples exhibit significant wear from circulation. Uncirculated or about uncirculated specimens are exceedingly rare, and can elevate a coin from a valuable historic artifact to a museum-level treasure. Even minor differences in strike quality, surface preservation, and originality can result in dramatic price differences. Market value for these Adams-era gold eagles reflects their scarcity and historical importance. In lower circulated grades, examples may begin in the tens of thousands of dollars, often ranging from $25,000 to $60,000 depending on date and variety. In extremely fine or about uncirculated condition, values frequently rise into the $80,000 to $150,000 range. Truly mint state examples, particularly of the 1797 small eagle type, can surpass $300,000 at major auctions, with exceptional specimens achieving even higher prices when offered through leading numismatic firms. Auction records consistently demonstrate strong demand among advanced collectors of early gold, type specialists, and investors seeking tangible assets with historical pedigree. Market trends over the past several decades show steady long-term appreciation, especially for problem-free coins with strong provenance. For collectors interested in acquiring one of these remarkable pieces, careful study and professional guidance are essential. Authentication and grading by respected third-party services such as the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company provide confidence in both genuineness and condition assessment. Because early gold coins were often cleaned or mishandled in past generations, originality of surfaces is critical. Coins with natural patina and minimal alteration command substantial premiums. Prospective buyers should research die varieties, examine auction archives, and purchase only from reputable dealers or established auction houses specializing in early American coinage. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments and secure holders will preserve the coin's integrity and long-term value. In conclusion, the gold eagle struck during the presidency of John Adams from 1797 to 1801 represents some of the most valuable and historically resonant coins of the early United States. Though they do not bear his likeness, they embody the economic ambition and political reality of his administration and the broader Federalist era. Their combination of artistic beauty, limited mintage, historical context, and strong collector demand ensures their continued prominence in elite numismatic circles. For both seasoned collectors and serious investors, these coins offer a compelling blend of tangible history and enduring financial significance, standing as golden witnesses to one of the nation's earliest presidential terms and remaining highly coveted treasures in the modern marketplace. Next up in the most expensive and valuable United States, coin closely associated with the presidency of Andrew Jackson from 1829 to 1837, is widely considered to be the 1835 capped bust $half in exceptional condition. Particularly rare proof-like or high-grade mint state examples struck at the United States Mint in Philadelphia. Although no coins of that era bore Jackson's portrait, living presidents were not depicted on circulating U.S. coinage at the time. The silver $half struck during his administration are tangible artifacts of the economic and political transformation he oversaw. Among these, superbly preserved 1833 issues have achieved remarkable prices at auction, especially those graded MS-66 or finer, making them some of the most sought-after early 19th century American silver coins. Their importance in numismatics stems not only from their age, but from their connection to the Jacksonian era, a period defined by debates over banking, currency, and federal authority, themes that resonate strongly with collectors interested in the financial history of the United States. Historically, the capped bust $half series was minted from 1807 to 1839, spanning multiple presidential administrations, but coins dated between 1829 and 1837 were struck squarely during Jackson's presidency. These pieces were minted exclusively in Philadelphia during those specific years, as branch mints such as New Orleans and Charlotte were established later in the decade. The early 1830s were marked by the Bank War, Jackson's fierce opposition to the Second Bank of the United States, and his broader commitment to hard money policies favoring specie over paper currency. Silver half-dollars were a primary medium of commerce in this era, and their production reflected the growing economic expansion of the young nation. Thus, the half-dollars of 1833 and 1834 represent more than currency. They are historical witnesses to an administration that profoundly influenced American fiscal policy and democratic politics. The design of these half-dollars is attributed to engraver William Neese, who refined earlier concepts by John Reich. The obverse features Liberty wearing a soft cap inscribed with the word Liberty, her hair flowing freely, surrounded by 13 stars symbolizing the original colonies. The date appears prominently below the portrait. The reverse displays a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows and an olive branch, encircled by the legend United States of America. The coins were struck in .8924 fine silver, weighed approximately 13.48 grams, and measured about 32.5 millimeters in diameter. In high-grade specimens, intricate details such as the curls in Liberty's hair and the feathers of the eagle remain sharply defined, creating a visual appeal that distinguishes premium examples from those worn through decades of circulation. The artistry, combined with the historic era they represent, elevates these coins far beyond their face value. Rarity plays a decisive role in determining which Andrew Jackson era half-dollars command the highest prices. While mintage figures for certain years, such as 1833, exceeded 5 million pieces, survival rates in pristine mint state condition are extremely low. Most coins entered heavy circulation, leaving only a tiny fraction preserved with minimal wear. Additionally, collectors prize specific die varieties and overdates, which can significantly increase desirability. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional services are scarce, and examples approaching MS67 are exceptionally rare. Condition is paramount. Even slight differences in luster, strike sharpness, or surface preservation can mean thousands of dollars in market value. The scarcity of top-tier specimens ensures sustained competition among serious collectors and investors. In today's market, a well-circulated 1833 capped bust half-dollar might trade in the range of $100 to $250, depending on grade and eye appeal. However, uncirculated examples graded MS63 to MS64 can command between $2,000 and $6,000. The most expensive specimens, particularly those graded MS66 or higher with exceptional luster and minimal marks, have realized prices exceeding $40,000 at major auctions. Proof-like or specially preserved pieces can climb even higher, particularly when accompanied by documented provenance. Market demand remains steady due to the coin's age, silver content, and historical association with the Jacksonian period, and long-term appreciation has been supported by the broader growth of early American coin collecting. For collectors seeking to acquire one of these significant pieces, careful attention to authentication and grading is essential. Certification by respected grading services, such as PCGS or NGC, provides assurance of authenticity and standardized condition assessment. Collectors should study die varieties, strike characteristics, and original surfaces to avoid cleaned or altered coins, which can dramatically reduce value. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments and inert holders helps preserve luster and prevent tarnish. Purchasing through reputable dealers, established auction houses, or recognized numismatic organizations reduces risk and increases the likelihood of securing a quality example. Patience is often necessary, as truly high-grade specimens appear infrequently on the market. In conclusion, The 1835 capped bust half dollar, minted during the presidency of Andrew Jackson, stands as one of the most valuable and historically resonant coins of his era. Its worth derives from a compelling combination of historical significance, artistic craftsmanship, scarcity in top condition, and strong collector demand. These coins encapsulate the spirit of the Jacksonian age, reflecting a nation grappling with questions of currency, banking, and democratic identity. For both seasoned numismatists and new enthusiasts, owning a superb example offers not only aesthetic satisfaction, but also a tangible connection to a transformative chapter in American history, with enduring appeal and promising long-term value in the rare coin market. Next up among the most expensive and historically significant American coins, associated with George Washington's presidency, from 1789 to 1797, is the legendary 1792 half dime, a coin struck during the earliest formative days of the United States Mint, and widely regarded as one of the first official coinage issues of the federal government under President George Washington. Although no regular circulating coin bearing Washington's portrait was issued during his lifetime, the 1792 half dime holds a powerful connection to his administration and is often considered the first tangible expression of the new nation's monetary independence. For numismatists, this coin represents the birth of the United States coinage system, embodying the transition from colonial and foreign currencies to a standardized federal currency. Its historical aura, extreme rarity and high grades, and foundational importance to American numismatics have made it one of the most sought-after early federal coins, commanding remarkable prices whenever premium examples appear at auction. The historical context surrounding the 1792 half dime is deeply intertwined with the establishment of the national minting system. Authorized under the Coinage Act of 1792 and struck in July of that year, the coin was produced in Philadelphia, which served as the young nation's capital at the time. Tradition holds that President Washington personally delivered silver, possibly from household tableware, for use in striking these coins, underscoring the symbolic importance of the issue. Though minted before the completion of the first permanent mint building, the half dime represents the federal government's earliest efforts to assert monetary sovereignty. It belongs to the earliest series of United States silver coinage and reflects the practical and ideological ambitions of Washington's administration, which sought to establish financial credibility at home and abroad. In terms of unique features, the 1792 half dime displays an elegant yet primitive artistry characteristic of the fledgling mint. The obverse features a youthful Liberty portrait facing left, surrounded by the inscription Lib. Par. Of science and industry, emphasizing Enlightenment ideals and national progress rather than a presidential likeness. The reverse bears a small eagle encircled by a wreath with the legend half dime and the date 1792. Struck in silver with a fineness of approximately 0.8924, the coin weighs about 1.35 grams and measures roughly 16.5 millimeters in diameter. Its small size, delicate strike, and early die work reveal the technical challenges faced by the mint in its infancy. High-grade specimens exhibit sharp detail in Liberty's hair and facial features, along with well-defined wreath leaves, making them especially captivating to collectors who appreciate early American engraving. Rarity is one of the principal drivers of the 1792 half dime's extraordinary desirability. Estimates suggest that approximately 1,500 to 2,000 pieces were originally struck, but far fewer survive today, particularly in uncirculated condition. Many examples entered circulation and were used extensively, leading to significant wear. As a result, most surviving specimens grade in lower circulated ranges, and coins graded mint state are exceedingly rare. Condition plays a decisive role in value. Even slight differences in surface preservation, luster, or strike quality can translate into dramatic price variations. The scarcity of high-grade examples, combined with the coin's foundational status, ensures intense competition among advanced collectors whenever one becomes available. Market value for the 1792 half désmé reflects its historical prestige and rarity. In lower circulated grades, examples may command prices ranging from $25,000 to $60,000, depending on eye appeal and certification. In about uncirculated condition, values often exceed $100,000, while mint state examples have realized prices well above $300,000 at major auctions. Exceptional specimens with strong provenance and superior surfaces have approached or surpassed the $500,000 mark. These values are supported by sustained demand for early federal coinage and the coin's unique association with the Washington administration. Over time, the half désmé has demonstrated steady appreciation, particularly for problem-free coins authenticated and graded by leading services such as PCGS or NGC. For collectors seeking to acquire a 1792 half désmé, careful evaluation and due diligence are essential. Authentic examples should be examined for proper weight, diameter, and die characteristics, as early American coinage is sometimes subject to counterfeiting or alteration. Certification by a reputable third-party grading service is highly recommended, not only to ensure authenticity, but also to provide market confidence and liquidity. Collectors should pay close attention to surface originality, natural tunning, and the absence of harsh cleaning, all of which significantly influence desirability and long-term value. Purchasing through established auction houses or respected numismatic dealers, as well as participating in specialized early American coin forums and communities, can improve the likelihood of acquiring a quality specimen. In conclusion, the 1792 half désmé stands as one of the most important and valuable coins associated with the era of George Washington's presidency from 1789 to 1797. Though it does not bear his portrait, its direct connection to his administration and the founding of the national minting system imbues it with unparalleled historical gravitas. Its elegant yet modest design, extreme rarity and high grades, and consistently strong market performance combine to make it a cornerstone of advanced American numismatic collections. For both seasoned collectors and dedicated historians, the coin represents far more than silver and denomination. It is a tangible relic of the nation's beginnings, a testament to early federal ambition, and a compelling investment whose appeal continues to grow with each passing generation. Next up to the most expensive and valuable United States coin directly associated with Ulysses S. Grant's presidency from 1869 to 1877 is not a coin bearing his portrait, but rather the legendary 1870s seated Liberty dollar, struck during his first year in office. This extraordinary silver dollar has become one of the most celebrated rarities in American numismatics, commanding multi-million-dollar prices whenever an example surfaces. Its importance extends beyond mere scarcity. It represents a pivotal era in post-Civil War America and the continued expansion of federal minting operations into the American West. Today, the 1870s dollar stands as a trophy coin for elite collectors, symbolizing both historical depth and financial prestige. Its market demand remains intense, as ownership of one of the few surviving specimens places a collector in an exclusive circle of numismatic history. The historical context of the 1870s seated Liberty dollar is deeply rooted in the Reconstruction era under President Ulysses S. Grant. In 1870, the San Francisco Mint laid the cornerstone for a new building, and tradition holds that a small number of special coins were struck for ceremonial placement within the cornerstone. The seated Liberty dollar series itself, introduced in 1840, had long represented the nation's silver dollar coinage, but production was sporadic due to fluctuating silver demand and economic policy. The 1870s issue was never officially recorded in mint documents for circulation strikes, and no regular mintage figures appear in official reports, adding to the mystique. Its creation coincided with America's westward economic growth, fueled by mining booms and expanding railroads, and the San Francisco facility played a crucial role in converting Western silver into federal coinage. Visually, the 1870s seated Liberty dollar embodies the elegance of mid-19th century American coin design. The obverse features Lady Liberty seated upon a rock, holding a shield emblazoned with liberty, and a pole topped with a Phrygian cap, symbolizing freedom and vigilance. The reverse displays a heraldic eagle clutching arrows and an olive branch, echoing national strength and peace. Composed of 90% silver and 10% copper, the coin weighs approximately 26.73 grams and measures 38.1 millimeters in diameter, giving it a commanding presence. The S mint mark below the wreath on the reverse identifies its San Francisco origin. In high-grade condition, the coin's intricate details, such as Liberty's flowing gown folds and the eagle's feather definition, appear remarkably sharp, and surviving specimens often display proof-like surfaces that enhance their visual impact. Rarity is the defining characteristic of the 1870s seated Liberty dollar. Only around 9 examples are known to exist today, making it one of the rarest regular-issue U.S. silver dollars. Its absence from official mint records and the likelihood that most were placed in the San Francisco Mint cornerstone, where they remain unrecovered, have elevated its legendary status. Condition plays an enormous role in its valuation, as each surviving specimen is unique in preservation quality. Most known examples grade from very fine to about uncirculated, with none considered fully mint state gems. Even so, the scarcity alone ensures extraordinary demand. Unlike many other 19th century coins with low mintages but broader survival rates, the 1870s is a true condition rarity across all grades. Market value for the 1870s seated Liberty dollar consistently reaches into the millions of dollars. In past major auctions, examples have realized prices exceeding $1.5 million, and in stronger markets, top specimens have surpassed $2 million. Values depend heavily on provenance, grading certification, and eye appeal. Coins certified by leading grading services such as PCGS or NGC often command premium bids, particularly when accompanied by documented ownership histories tracing back to famous collections. The combination of extreme rarity, historical significance, and consistent collector interest has ensured steady long-term appreciation. While market cycles affect short-term pricing, the coin's elite status within American numismatics provides a stable foundation for enduring value. For collectors seeking to approach this rarity, whether as potential buyers or as students of numismatic history, careful due diligence is essential. Authentication and third-party grading are absolutely critical due to the coin's immense value and the potential for sophisticated counterfeits. Prospective buyers should study die characteristics, mint mark placement, and provenance records, as each known specimen has been thoroughly documented. Participation in major auction houses specializing in rare coins is typically the only realistic avenue for acquisition. Proper storage in climate-controlled environments and secure facilities is necessary to preserve both physical condition and investment value. For most collectors, owning related seated Liberty dollars from more common dates can provide a meaningful connection to the series, while recognizing that the 1870s remains a pinnacle piece beyond ordinary reach. In conclusion, the 1870s seated Liberty dollar stands as one of the crown jewels of American coinage from the era of President Ulysses S. Grant. Its extraordinary rarity, historical ties to the expansion of the San Francisco Mint, an embodiment of 19th century artistry, combined to create a coin of unmatched prestige. It represents not only a tangible artifact of Reconstruction-era America, but also a benchmark of exclusivity within the hobby. For advanced collectors, It is the ultimate expression of rarity and historical depth. For enthusiasts and scholars, it is a symbol of how scarcity, history, and artistry converge to define true numismatic greatness. As demand for iconic American rarities remains strong, this remarkable silver dollar continues to captivate collectors and secure its place among the most valuable treasures in United States coinage.